Word up, everybody. Good to see you. How are you? Welcome to Thursday. You're watching Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. If you smell what the Mose is cooking, got me Rock. Nah, Rock. Rock's fine. He's a platinum member. He's a big fan of the show and the Mose. Yeah, the Rock. Yeah, he sent me this. He said the Mose. Can you? That's what he calls me, the Mose. He says the Mose. Can you wear my Rock Christmas jumper, please? During the. I was like, yeah, absolutely, Rocco, absolutely, mate. Anyway, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. It is Thursday. As you know, on a Thursday, you'll get very excited about the fact that Thursday is Cartload Day. Cartload coming up tonight, live at 5, where we are going to be bringing you some great deals, actually, and a good opportunity for you if you missed out on the Cyber Monday deals that we had earlier in the week. We are bringing those back. Another chance for you to get your hands on some of the lucky dip bags. And also the £5, $5 deals that we had too. So shop the website for that. All the deals should be live and ready to go there. And we'll bring those to you a little bit later on tonight. This show, Craft Along, you know the drill here. We bring you a brilliant product, in this case, the Touch of Sparkle. And one of our amazing experts brings you a project in real time. So you can craft along with us if you've already got all the bits and pieces ready. If you have got all the bits and pieces, but you're too busy, you can come back and do the show at a later time. Or if you haven't got all the bits and pieces and you like the project you're about to see, you can pick them up on the show, because I will give you all the details as we go. Just before we say hello, to the man on the other side of the studio who's leading the Craft Along, let me just remind you, it is the third day of our 12 days of Craftmas. So far we have had a code. We've also had triple point. Today, free gift. Yep, it is a free gift. When you spend £10, dollars, euros, we will pop a free gift into your basket. It will auto apply, so you need do nothing apart from spend that amount of money. Simple, really, and a nice little free gift coming your way. What will it be? Well, you have to spend 10 to find out, won't you? I can't tell you everything. Ah, dear, oh dear. Anyway, I'll say hello to a few of you in just a few moments' time, because already lots of you in getting ready to see the Craft Along. But let's meet the man who's leading it and find out what you are going to be making. Loving his jumper today too. It is the one and only Mr. Polar Bear, Craig Laird.
How are you doing this morning, Ben?
I am very well, sir.
Good, good, good.
How are you?
Loving the rock, loving the rock.
Yes, I'm loving the polar bear.
Yes, really, really nice, isn't it? Even for those remember, just giving you guys just a little bit of a heads up. In a moment, it is going to flash, not rapidly, so don't worry, but it is going to flash ever so slightly. So we can see, well, it is flashing, but the light's just a little bit too bright here in the studio.
Bring the lights down. Bring the lights down. Oh. Oh.
Oh. It was flashing.
Has your battery run out?
Well, it was flashing ever.
Boo. This is like one of those Christmas light switch ons you go to and they do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing. Is that it?
Yeah, the batteries are obviously a little bit flat.
Look at this, like one little light flickering at the top there.
Yeah.
That's the worst light switch on I've ever been to.
Note to self, check the batteries after each Christmas. Yeah, we'll get that done. We'll get that done later on. But yes, it's a lovely polar bear, nice and soft, soft. Yeah. Do you know what? From the Craft Along, take the Touch of Sparkles, stick that on. That's going to work really well. But yeah, let's have a look, Ben. This is what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be using the Christmas tree, where we're going to then create the actual tree. We're going to decorate it with sparkles, and this layer way in the background, we are going to run through it with our embossing mat and emboss it with a stencil. Now, if you want to do exactly what I'm going to be doing, what we're going to need is some tools. Now, you're going to need the Christmas tree stamp die and stencil set, the gem box, the wax tool. You're going to need the Holly Jolly Christmas stencil set, Good Tidings stamp set, which is from Oh Holy Night. You're going to need your oval dies. You're going to need your...
Bowen walked in for a second there.
Your Noir black... I'm going through my list, shushed. I'm going to need my Noir black waterproof ink pad. We're going to need the Black Pearl 12 by 12 paper pad. white card, black card, and we're going to need a 5x7 card blank. Then the additional elements, you're going to need the G2 guillotine, stencil and stamp platform. You're going to need a pencil or pen. We're going to need tape pen, low-tack tape, foam pads, and tacky glue. I always put a little bit of a selection of the adhesives there. You might change it up ever so slightly and use your preferred adhesive. But if you want to make exactly what I'm doing, that's the things, Ben, that we're going to need.
Radical Rachel is on the socials this morning, and already in is Carletta Morris, who says good morning from Arkansas. Hey. Hello also to Angela Krause, who says good morning from Indiana. Hello, Indiana. Is it still chilly in Indiana today? I'm sure that's where you said it was like freezing yesterday. Stephen Nicole says good afternoon, Ben and Craig. Hello, Stephen. Hello, PB Brewer Martin, who says good morning to all from GA. Thank you, Ben and Craig and the CC team, for bringing a touch of sparkle to brighten the start of our day. Well, you are welcome. Hopefully, we bring you the sparkle every day, not just when we actually bring you the sparkle. Martha Franklin says, good morning, CTV and fellow crafters. Good morning, Ben and Craig from Texas.
Hello.
Howdy, Texas. Rebecca Dancer's in. I'm crafting along today. Yes. Rebecca in Bucks, Buckinghamshire Massive. Lois is in Ohio. Oh, hi. Oh. Catbot!
Hey, Catbot, I'm in Montrose.
She says, hi, Bonnie lads. Ben and Craig, team and crafties. I'm looking forward to this. XO.
That's Bonnie good. Lassie.
Bonnie. Do you actually use that word? Is that a word that you use quite a lot, like Bonnie?
Bonnie. Every now and again, yeah. Ah, it's a Bonnie wee baby, isn't it?
Aww.
Yeah.
You've got a Bonnie wee jumper on there.
Oh, you've got a Bonnie wee face. Yeah, you do.
Hello to Karen Wells Sorrell from Kentucky. Rachel says,
Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, McDonald's. We don't need to cover like the 3A because we say the 3 within the song, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. So we're all
right.
Ben says, Rachel, I bet you have enough Christmas jumpers to not repeat one every day. Well, as you guys know, I used to until my lovely wife threw a load of them out, including one of my absolute faves, which was a Christmas pudding one. I have still got the one that houses my phone. That comes out a little bit later with the roaring fireplace. Digital jumper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That one does light up. I love the Jingle Bell Rock jumper, says PB, Ben and Craig. And Craig, your non-flashing beer bear is fab.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to see if he can change the batteries. Don says, good morning from NC. It will be the last show to watch for a few days. I'm going to celebrate mine and hubby's birthday at a casino. Woo! So keep your fingers crossed I win big so I can buy big at CC. Don, good luck. Have fun. Hopefully win big. And remember, only bet what you can afford to lose.
All right, Dad.
There was a little sparkle, says Carolyn Wilson. I mean, it was very underwhelming, wasn't it? I mean, normally you go over that side of the studio, you get overwhelmed with inspiration and ideas, but that was very underwhelming. Michael says, afternoon, guys. I have exactly the same Christmas jumper as Craig. I bet yours lights up, Michael. I bet you thought about changing the batteries, didn't you? I bet you thought about, you know, when
We're
you
7
flashed.
minutes in to the day.
Yeah.
7 minutes in. Well, we've been in for a couple of hours, but 7 minutes, 8 minutes into the live show, and already I'm being hammered.
Oh dear. It's a lovely jumper anyway with the polar bear and the beer. It's just disappointing with the flash. Angela says, yes, very cold, Indiana. Expected rain and snow today. And I haven't got the black pearl paper pad, says Zoe, but yesterday I got a blotchy paper from a craft box and used my glue pen to make streaks and gilded it. It looks amazing, like the marbled designs. Touch of sparkle then. The Showstopper collection is everything. I'll tell you what, I'll just do this because I feel already that we've taken up 10 minutes here. But within the the Touch of Sparkle collection, you are going to get all of these goodies. So you're going to get all of your sets of your stamps and templates and dies in there, so that it allows you stamp out your particular project. And then you've got the templates to add all of your sparkle with as well. And then as you can see, you've got your trays and trays of pearls and your gems. You've got your tool in there as well to be able to pop these down nice and easy. Replacement heads for your tool, and you also get your adhesive with that too. I will go through that in more detail a little bit later on, but the platinum price on that, $110.40 or $136. It's your free shipping as well if you are in the States. Let's get on with it. Any more comments, questions? If you are crafting along, if you need Craig to repeat anything, feel free to ask, but let us get into it with Craig. Where are we going to start?
Right, let's start out with the mats and the layers. So let's bring in our white and our black cardstock here. So if we take our white cardstock, Ben, and we're going to cut it to 4 3/4. So let's go 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So that's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a very thin black matting layer. So we're going just over 4 3/4 and just over 6 3/4. So we've got a really nice, delicate, light black frame. Once we pop that onto our card blank, that is what we're going to be left with, that we can see there. So that was the white card, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 with a very thin black matting layer. We're going to go in with one of the patterns from, of course, the Black Pearl paper pad. And this one we're going to go 3.5 by 5.5. So, oh, that's perfect. That's bang on 5.5. So let's do 3.5 inches. So once again, that's 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and we're going to give that a very thin matting layer. So just over 3.5, just over 5.5. So we're then going to align that one up, and we're going to be left with a really fine, delicate black matting layer, which will go into the middle there. So I'm going to take that one away for now.
Yeah.
Now I've got 2 of my oval dies here, Ben. So these ones are our newer oval dies that will launch within birthday. So the largest one is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. So
Okay.
2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I'm also going to use the next one down. So what I'm doing, if I put these back together just so that you can see, although I've still got plenty of black card, but let's go along and let's use as much of this as we possibly can. So what I'm going to do is, if we go back to these base layers here, Ben, so that largest one we're going to cut in black, and then that next size down we're going to do it in white. And we're going to do that because once we overlay these again, we're not going to see that we've gutted out the centre using our nesting dies. You can, of course, use your V-blade trimmer or your craft knife if you want to then gut them, or we need to then cut these with our oval dies, so we're just as well using and maximising the amount that we possibly can from our layers. And I'm just going to go along, tape these down, and then I'm going to run them through my G2.
Thank you, Michael, who's been in touch to say, yes, mine does light up. Stop picking on poor Craig. Oh, that's me, told. We take it in turns, though, you know, don't we? We're like little brothers, aren't we? Really?
We are.
You know, best of friends and best of enemies.
Yes, I'm the brother with the better beard, though.
Mine's coming. So I'm doing my performance tomorrow that I need my beard for, and then I thought I'm going to shave this off tomorrow night.
Right.
And then I might just have a moustache for a few days, just for a laugh. But then I've got to shave it off probably in about a week or so, because we've got our headshots for the panto, and they don't want a dame with a moustache.
True, true. I can understand that.
I think it would make it funnier.
I think it would, actually.
But they don't want that, apparently.
I think that would be really, really funny if you do that.
I turned up on Tuesday and they were very disappointed because they had the camera ready there, and they were like, well, what have you got on your face there? And I was like, well, it's a beard thing. So yeah, I've got to shave it off. Anyway. Good afternoon, says Glenn. I love watching you two. I have all my sparkles out and 4 of every die in the set cut and stamped with embossing powder, ready to sprinkle with sparkles.
Excellent.
Good news.
And that's the thing, although we're going to stamp the tree out within black, this is where you can do things such as your heat embossing, Ben. But there we go. If we start to then align these ones up that you'll see just shortly, this is how it's going to start to come together.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is we'll do this next step, Ben, and then we can do a little bit of a pause to let anyone catch up if they're needing to. And this is where we're going to come along with our Holly Jolly Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in with the largest of the stencils. What I'll say as well, we're going to have like 101 shows over Christmas, and one of the shows I talk about embossing folders.
You do.
And I show you how to emboss with a stencil. I'm going to do it right now, but you'll also get them as a little bit of a recap over Christmas. So what I'm going to do within this one here, Ben, is I'm going to put my stencil down, and then this is kind of the right side of my layer. And this is why, if you ever wonder why I always like to keep one of my Gemini plates uncut, I like to keep it nice and clean. It's just for techniques like these.
Okay.
So I'm going to go stencil down the right side. I'm going to then pop that on. Of course, we can go at any point. I can't find our A4 rubber embossing mat, so it doesn't matter as long as we're using an embossing mat. So I'm just going to be using this nice small one, and then we're going to go frosted and then top plate. Never have the embossing mat and the magnetic shim in at the same time because far too much pressure. So all that we're doing then is we're just going to feed that in. Now, if I remember correctly, which hopefully I done because we only filmed them there just the other day, I always have to think about that plate configuration, Ben, when it comes to embossing with a stencil.
Yeah.
Debbie's brilliant, Debbie Robinson, straight off her head. She does it so many times. Me, I can do it so many times, Ben, and I still have to try and remind myself.
Think about it, yeah.
But then what we're left with is we are left with a beautifully embossed. Now, before we've lifted this up, you could go through with your inks if you want to, and then ink over the top, but we are just keeping it nicely embossed through the stencil, and it's just going to add that little bit of an extra detail behind the Christmas tree. So as you look at your card, you're seeing the tree, you're seeing the gems at the back, you're seeing that embossed further back, you're seeing, of course, that alcohol effect background paper, and then the black and the white mats in there just framing it nicely. So we're going to pause there. All I'm going to do is just tidy up here. I'm not going to do anything else other than tidy, let you guys catch up. Remember, that was base plate, that was then your stencil, your card, embossing mat, frosted shim with a top plate onto the top. So that is the layers that you're going to need for embossing with a stencil or template.
Angel Kraus says, I am laughing so hard. Craig, you do have an awesome beard. Ha, he does, but not as awesome as it was. Tell them the story. Have we told the story on air?
I think we briefly told it, didn't we? We were actually live. Yes.
Your beard, I mean, it's a great beard, but it was the beard of all beards until one fateful day.
Yes. I may have, 2 weekends ago, when my mum was through, we were through in the Metro Centre in Newcastle, and I will not name the Turkish barbers, but I went in and just said that I just want it trimmed. I wanted it neat. Don't cut it, don't shave it off, nothing like that, just a nice little trim. And he goes, take a bit. I was like, yeah, just a little bit. He actually was meaning he's going to leave a little bit and to a point. So I don't mind the point, but it took a little bit too much than I actually wanted. So very, very lovely, friendly place. I'm just not going back there again in case that happens again. So that's why it's been a little bit shorter. Nothing to do with any comments on social.
You told. So it was hair today, gone tomorrow. That's the same gag that I cracked last time we told that story. I got a bit more of a laugh this time. If you want the showstopper, very quickly, I know we went through it on the display there, but the set looks like this. So these are all of the sets that you're going to get. So within each and every one, you get the stamp. Then you get the die to be able to cut it out, and you get a die sentiment with each too, which is brilliant. Then you get your template, so you can place this over the top, and it shows you where to put your beads or your pearls, or your gems even. I mean, you can do it without this if you want, but I think this just makes it really, really easy for you to place those in the correct position. And what's really nice, it's sized to the point that you can take this off, because my initial thought was like, well, hang on a minute, if you use that, is that not going to then pull all of the gems and pearls off? No, it's sized exactly right so that you can use it as a guide. So within this, you've got your bauble, or your ornament, as you guys call it in the States, comes with the die cut sentiment sparkle. Then you've got your believe, which is that beautiful snowflake. So again, you can cut that out once you've stamped it, place that over the top, and then place all of your beautiful pearls on there. That one says believe. Then you've got your present, which says Noel. And I think this one, again, you know what, if you're looking just for a beautiful stamped element for maybe a birthday or an anniversary, not just Christmas, this one, it would certainly be okay to use later on in the year. Then you've got your angel. That comes with the sentiment Wish. This one is beautiful, that Christmas star. And once again, you know what, if you just wanted a beautiful star topper for maybe birthday cards, I think, again, you could absolutely use that. And that one, again, loads and loads of points that you can pop down those gems, stamp it, cut it, use your template, add your gems, and then you've got that sentiment of wonder. This one is the mistletoe. Talked a lot about mistletoe yesterday, didn't we? I think it's nice that we've got something a little bit different in this set. This one we've just popped some of those like faceted gems on, like the Aurora Borealis ones. Again, stamp, die, and then the template with the word love. And then the Christmas tree, which is absolutely brilliant. It's almost like you're placing the lights and the baubles on your tree there with the word Christmas. And once again, you stamp your die and your template. So those are all of your essentials, if you like. Then on top of that, you're going to get your 2 trays of sparkle. So you've got all of your gems in there. You've got all of your pearls in there too, so you can stick those on nice and simply with your gem adhesive, which you're going to get. And on top of that, your picky up, pokey down tool. It's your wax tool with the refill. Double-ended that, you get 1 refill, and then you also get, within the bundle, 3 of those extra wax refills as well. So it's a comprehensive kit, and for £110 or $136 platinum, it is everything you need to add sparkle wherever you go. Comments and questions, please. If there's anything so far that Craig has touched on that you need to be repeated, feel free to ask, and we will do that. And also, good opportunity for you to check out your basket. Remember, if you spend over 10, which you'll be doing here easily, you will get that free gift added into your cart and basket today. And we will meet you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Day-to-day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Stacey Lewis just said on YouTube, I love how Craig uses paper pads, not necessarily designed for Christmas, and makes a Christmas card. Yeah, loads of ideas, loads of inspiration, and I'm pleased to say, loads of flashy lights. We've rebooted Craig. We've pressed Control-Alt-Delete, and it looks like we can now wow you with his flashy jumper.
I do think that it was, well, I'm saying I do think, it was clearly just the batteries were needing a push and a prod because I actually didn't do anything. Still a little bit lighter, so I do think the batteries do need changed, but yeah, that was just thinking the batteries needed a push or a prod.
Now that was worth the entrance fee. Yeah. That's more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is the entrance fee? Oh, very expensive to be here. Yeah, very expensive. Good. No, I'm very happy. Right, we aim not to disappoint here, you know, with Christmas jumpers and indeed with bants and craft. So we are now going to do some crafting. So we're going to sparkle up the tree, aren't we?
We are indeed, yes. So let's go in with our piece of white cardstock. So I'm going to just chop a bit here so that it's big enough to pop on. So I'm just going to pop it onto my stencil and stamping platform, and then let's go in with our Christmas tree here. So let's go in with the tree, and then we're just going to put it within the middle because of course we are going to die cut it. The thing is with these ones, Ben, is, you know, I've used these quite a lot, and actually most of the time I don't die cut it out with the die. I just leave it flat on my actual cardstock. If you go onto my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, you'll find a couple that I've done with a touch of sparkle, and you'll find them there without using the die. But gone in, press that down. We're going to go in with our finesse, and this is our waterproof. And I know I say this quite a lot, but for anyone that's relatively new, don't ask me why, but for some reason, I just find that the waterproof ink pad gives much more of a crisper, clean impression. So even although I almost fell for that there, Nicola just went in my ear. Why? And I was away to go, and then I was like, oh, you cheeky monkey there.
Yeah, well,
I don't know why.
Monkey.
I don't know why.
Why do you not know why?
I don't know why. I just find that it gives much more of a crisper, clean impression.
I wonder why.
Even although I'm not doing anything water-based, it's still a great standalone ink pad. And then lift up, and you can see we've got that beautiful, beautiful design of our Christmas tree here. Now let's take that away. Now you can die cut and then do the stamping if you want, and obviously makes it a lot easier to do that now with the stencil stamping platform because the card clings to the actual base. But if you want, you can still go in and then do the stamping first and then do your die cutting. So let's just go in, low tack tape or your stencil tape, or if you're trying to use up washi tape's a good one to hold down your dies. So we're going to go in and we're just going to position that where we need to position it into place, and then I'm going to tape that down, run it through, and then we're going to do the same again, well, without the stamping, but we're going to use that die, Ben, to die cut into black card. but it's a simple die shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the magnetic shim.
Okay.
Because if it's a simplistic shape,
Yeah.
you don't always need, of course, the full plate configuration. Great, unrivaled pressure, most amount of pressure, the Gemini, but you don't always need it. So therefore, if you don't need it, don't use it. Take away the magnetic shim. And then as we pop that one out, we can see that it is cut to perfection. So we're going to then take that one. Now keep that, because that could be waste, or that could be for a silhouette, or an aperture, for a shaker. You can do that, but we don't need it. So let's go in with another bit of card, this time black card.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the same without the magnetic shim. Now, when it comes to what we're away to do next, and that is, of course, build a tree, I'm going to use the gems for this. I do it a little bit different. Many of you will know. If not, you'll see what I'm away to do. And I actually overlay with the template and put a little mark with a pen or a pencil. And I'll talk you through why. So there is our tree. So let's come along now with our actual Christmas tree. And if you wanted to, this is when your stamping platform will be good for what we're away to do as well, because it holds it in place. I'm not going to though, I'm just going to remove that one out of the way. Now, if we come along, Ben, with our template, so your template sits bang over the design of your stamped image. Now, I'm going to hold it down. As I said a moment ago, this is where your stencil and stamping platform is a helping hand, but because it's tacky all the way around, I prefer just to then tape it down to my glass mat. And then what happens is the image on the template matches the stamped image underneath.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tape that down with my tape. You can use your repositionable sprays if you want to. But what I do, all of these little dots, we're going to come along. Now, in that set, you do get the gem glue. Once you run out, if it's out of stock, just use our tacky glue.
Okay.
Now, what you can do is you can pop little bits of glue in the middle of the circles there, then pop the gems. But for me, sometimes I'll do a little bit too much. It will seep under. Or these little holes here, you might actually want to put your larger gems. Now, you can't do that because it's a small hole. So what I like to do you know what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to do it in, let's do it in a red pen, just so that you can see. So I'm going to go in here, and in the middle of the circles, just roughly, it doesn't need to be exact, but just in the middle, I'm going to put a little pen mark, like so. And the reason I've chose red is because I'm going to use the red gem, so it's not as if you'll see this mark underneath. But if I go along here, that's it. I don't need to worry about fighting with the stencil, staying in place, manoeuvring it, putting it back, lift it away. I've now got my tree, and all of these little dots represent where I'm going to put the gems. But by doing it this way, I can put any gems, any pearls, I can put any embellishment I want just by following along those tiny little dots. And then all that I need to do is, where I've got those dots, Ben, I'm just going to go in with my tacky glue. And there we go, I thought I had it sorted. And we're just going to do it little dot. You don't need much whatsoever. And I just like to do little sections at a time. And then you're going to come in with your gems or your pearls. I'm going to I've just got one of these little trays here. And these are from like past, you know, if you like your crystal art or your diamond art or diamond dots, that sort of thing. I'm just going to then pop them into here. And then I'm going to take my wax pickup tool. And then we're just going to work our way along, and then we're just going to pop these into position. And then if you want to follow that, that gives you an indication of where to put the large ones, where to put the small ones, or you can just go rogue if you want to and put any size, any colour, any shape, anywhere you want.
We've got a question come in.
Yeah.
Which is to do with embossing. Let me try and find it. It says, I have a question. This is from Don. It is hard to find heavyweight black cardstock in our craft stores. and every time I try to emboss it, it cuts out the image. How can I adjust my plates? I've tried a few things. So is that just down to, well, A, it might be down to not great cardstock, right? But also B, wrong plate combo?
Exactly, yeah. So I'm presuming, when saying emboss, I'm presuming it's a folder and it's cutting in.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then yeah, it all depends. Is it ours? Is it one of our folders? Because embossing folders, Ben, you do get, like, not all 3D embossing folders are the same thickness. You know, all ours are. You know, each brand, for instance, our 3D embossing folders are all the same thickness, but ours might be different thickness to another brand.
Yeah.
So it's purely, one, it's the quality of the cardstock, as you say. So you do need to make sure, when we go on about good quality cardstock, we don't just say it for the sake of selling it.
No, no.
We say it because it makes a difference to your project. So it's about having a really, really good quality cardstock, so a black cardstock, but it's about having that right plate configuration. So if you're using a Crafter's Companion 3D embossing folder, usually 9 times out of 10, it is your base plate, and then it's your card in your folder, and then a magnetic shim, and then your frosted shim.
Right.
However, if you're finding that that is too much pressure for a 3D folder, what you can then do is take out either the magnetic or the frosted shim.
Right.
Take one of those out. That is, of course, for a Crafter's Companion folder. It purely depends on the actual brand of the folder. So it is one of those that, have a look in the operation manual of the, you know, the companies that you've got. And also it depends. I'm going on the fact that I'm presuming you've got a Gemini. If you don't, it purely depends on the cutting machine.
Yeah, exactly
as
right.
well.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's a hard question
There's
to
lots of
answer.
variables, isn't there?
There's lots of variables. It's the type of cardstock, the type of folder, the thickness of folder, the machine, obviously the machine's plates. So yeah, it depends on a few things, unfortunately. But yeah, by the sounds of it, good quality cardstock, and then also your plate configuration, maybe a little bit too thick.
Thank you for that. Any more questions? Get them in. I must just quickly show you this just whilst you're sparkling. We have a picture. We have a picture of one of our regular viewers, Michael.
Love it.
His is more sparkly than yours, for definite.
Oh yeah, okay. And he's got a pom-pom in his Santa's hat. Mine's finished, or mine's is finished. Mine's is fallen off.
Oh yeah, your pom-pom's fallen off.
Yeah, pom-pom's fallen off. God, look at the rock. I don't know the rock's too impressed with it. If you smell.
He's just looking, he's like,
Too nice, but dim.
Do you like Michael's jumper? It doesn't matter if you like his jumper. So there you go. Thank you, Michael. That's brilliant. I love your Christmas tree as well, by the way. Very good.
Love it, love it.
Feel free to send in any more pics. If you're wearing a Christmas jumper today, even though it's not officially Christmas jumper day, I think that's a week today, isn't it? Next Thursday, Christmas jumper day, because we're doing our Christmas jumper day and having a quiz as well, so that'll be fun.
We are.
Not on air. I mean, we're having a quiz in the office.
I'll be down at Hobby Maker, so I won't be here for it, unfortunately.
Oh, boo!
So that is, if I bring this up again without moving the gems, still a little bit wet. So that's it. I've used the 2 of the deep reds. What I'm going to do, I know some people will need to catch up, Ben, so let's cut and do our sentiment, and then we'll take a little bit of a break, and then when we come back, that's as we can finish assembling the card.
Yeah.
So for my sentiment, I'm going to need a piece of cardstock that is 1 inch. So let's do it the safer way. Let's go to any 1/4 inch. So I am 6.5 inches. So let's come down to 5.5. So there's my 1 inch. And then I need to cut that to 3.5 inches. So we can see I've got my sentiment. It's not 3.5, it's 2 3/4. There we go. That's better. And then let's also take I've maybe got enough here. Black cardstock, so I want just a very thin black matten layer. So just over the 1 inch.
Yeah.
Just over the 2 3/4 inch. So we've got our matten layer. And this is the sort of thing that our new stamping platform's brilliant for, Ben, is we've cut our card to the size, and I don't need to worry about magnetic discs because that's been held down. So if we go in with our sentiment stamp set, Good Tidings, I'm going to go Good Tidings to you and yours, and we're going to pop that into there, like so, and then let's bring in our top part, press that down, and then I'm going to go in with the same ink pad. We're going to ink that one up, and
what's the ink pad you're using there?
So that one, Ben, that's moved, is our water reactive.
Yeah.
I just find it gives me a much more crisper, cleaner image. Don't ask me why.
Damn it!
Because
That's going to be my new running gag now. I must remember next time you're in. Nicola's so funny. Don't ask me why, Nicola.
Why? Why?
Oh, dear.
And there was a way to answer. Right, just to recap what I am doing here, Ben. Please, 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 at home, when you've got yours, keep your acetate sheet.
He's a big advocate of this.
Yes, because we keep discarding ours, and this keeps losing its tack a lot quicker than it should do.
Can't you write on top of it and say, do not remove?
I'm
or
going to have to.
Keep me.
I'm going to have
Don't
to,
chuck
yeah.
me.
Because I went, layered it all up, went and inked my ink pad, and then my cardstock moved because it's losing its tack. Now, if it loses its tack, lukewarm water under the sink and let it dry. Key thing, let it dry naturally. But you shouldn't have to do that as often as we are. Yes, we are using it day in and day out, but the whole thing is keep that acetate protective backing in place when you're not using it to stop it from moving. And then we've got our stamped sentiment, which looks spot on with the black matten layer. And that's it for now. I'm going to get myself tidied. When we come back, Ben, all that is just assembling our card.
Excellent. Let me just remind you again, if you are picking up this deal, then everything you're going to get, the showstopper is everything. However, if you just decide that maybe you've already got some gems, or maybe you bought those individually and now you want the kind of essentials, this bundle is available on its own, as is the accessories kit. So everything makes up the showstopper, and if you buy the showstopper, it actually works out that you're saving an extra about £6, $6 to buy it in one click. But within it, you get your Christmas tree that Craig is using right now. So this is how you recreate the project that Craig is currently doing. So you've got your stamp, you've got your die, you have got your template in each one, and then of course with each one you've got your die cut sentiment. So with the Christmas tree you get Christmas, and again it's a really simple process as you've seen with Craig. Stamp out your image, you've got the die to be able to cut that, and then you can pop your template over the top and it shows you where you can place all of your gems. But also within this set you've got mistletoe. I think that's a really nice inclusion to have that. Potentially not something that you might initially have thought of that we'd have in this collection, but we do. Again, stamp, die and template. That one comes with the sentiment love. Then you've got your star. Christmas star, yes, but I think that's certainly one of those that you can take out of this collection and perhaps use at other times of the year. Again, all of the elements you would expect in that bundle. This one comes with the word wonder. Then you've got your angel. I think the angel's super cute. I love the fact that you can sparkle up her little halo there. Then you've got the sparkle on her wings, and then you can just sparkle up the trim on her dress. She comes with the word wish. Then you've got your present. And again, potentially, if you wanted to add that to a birthday project, an anniversary project, you could do. Again, all of those little holes there within the template show you where you're going to put your pearls or your gems to really make that sparkle. That one comes with the template Noel. Then you've got your snowflake. Really, really beautiful design on that, and loads of sparkle you can add to that one with the word believe. Then you've got your bauble, or as you guys call it in the States, your ornament. So once again, plenty of areas to sparkle up on that one, made really easy by that template. And then your little sentiment with that one is sparkle. And the last one is your Christmas wreath. And again, plenty of areas for you to pop your little gems in there. And that comes with the sentiment joy. So that is in essence one bundle on its own should you just want that. But that comes with the second bundle, which is your accessories, and this makes up your showstopper. So you're going to get 2 trays. There are literally thousands and thousands of these gems across the 2. So this one is your gems, different sizes, different colors. Again, we make it really easy for you to apply these. That's what the Touch of Sparkle kind of set is allowing you to do, to put these gems and pearls in place without any of the faff and the fuss. You just get all of the fun with this. So there you got all of your pearls. This is another set here that you're going to get with thousands and thousands of those gems, which are nice and easy to pop in place because we give you your gem adhesive glue, the glue which is going to help you stick those no problem at all. And of course, you've got your dual-ended wax tool to allow you to pick those up and place those down without a fuss, without a faff. Just makes the whole process easier. And I think we've done this a lot of times over the years here, taken something which was traditionally tricky to do and then made it a lot easier for you. You do get also within the bundle 3 of the replacement wax refills for your tool as well. So when you begin to lose the tack on that tool, no problem at all. You can just replace it with one of the refills and get re-sticking again. So that is everything that you're going to get within the bundle. And of course, you know, if you do buy it, make sure you bookmark this show and you can come back to it and do this craft along when all of your goodies arrive. The platinum price on this is £110.40 or $136. So if you are shopping for that in the States, you've got your free shipping on that too. We're going to take a break. Last chance to get those questions in. So if you've got any questions for Craig or any more comments, feel free to fire those in. Anything you want him to kind of go over or repeat, please ask. And then when we come back, we will put the finishing touches to Craig's amazing project. And we'll meet you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up, We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Craig, for this craft along, says Rebecca. Rebecca, make sure, because I know you're crafting along, have you managed to finish it? Let us know if you have, and if you have, feel free to send in a picture to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we might feature your picture on a future Friday Night Live. And also, if you're putting it on the socials, make sure you tag us so that we can see it. And a quick question as we pop back over to Craig from Angela, who says, can I use the Christmas die with my Gemini foil press? So do you mean the sentiment, I think? The
sentiment. So if you use it with the Gemini foil press, so yes, so yes, you'll be able to foil with that, and also what you could do is you could cut out the word Christmas in card and then do the waste technique and of course foil that. So yes, you can use any silver wafer thin dies that we do or any other brand you can use on our foil press.
Excellent stuff. So all we need to do is construct the card and stamp the sentiment, yeah?
Already
cut
stamped
the sentiment.
Yeah, we stamped the sentiment before we went for the break.
Cool.
So yeah, we just need to assemble it. So let's go in. You can use your tape runner, use your own choice of adhesive, of course. So we're just going to add, I tend to use anything that's a little bit of a rounded shape, for instance, your oval. I tend to go in with a wet glue, just so it makes it easier to actually position into the middle. And then, as I said, this is where you can use your own choice of adhesive. We all know when I've got that bit of time, I do like to use my tissue tape. So we're just going along, mat and layered these, and that's all that we're doing for this one now, is we are simply matting and layering the tree. When we come to do the tree, we will pop that on foam pads, and we will pop the sentiment. Other than that, all of these, Ben, all of these layers are going to go flat on our 5x7 card.
Thank you, Rebecca. I know you've done the craft along, finished it.
Nice.
So we've got the picture, so we'll show the picture at the end after Craig's finished. And Angela said, yes, it was the sentiment. So yeah, a big yes to that then.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll look really nice actually.
Yeah.
It'll look really nice.
And that'll be yes to any of the sentiments then, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. As long as it's a silver wafer thin dies. You can't use your multi-craft dies, multimedia dies, the kind of the rose gold ones, because they are too thick. But yeah, any silver wafer, well, like all the silver dies are wafer thin dies. But as long as it's wafer thin dies, then yep, you can use them on our foil press.
I'd imagine if you've got a foil press, it's the kind of machine that probably gets more of a workout at this time of year as well. Just sort of adding foil to your Christmas projects does look nice, doesn't it?
That's it. It does, yeah. And it's lovely as well because I know to start with, I know obviously we don't currently do the foil press, but thousands and thousands and thousands of you do. I know at first it was considered purchase, obviously, to lay out at first. But then once you've got it, you know, if you are maybe going through a period of time where you're unable to treat yourself to your luxury cardstocks, your gold cardstocks, all of that, then just foil all of your die cuts. You can do that just by doing that wafer thin, using your wafer thin dies and then doing the waste technique. Then, of course, you can then start to then foil all your die cuts. So it's great just to get creative with it and then see what you can do.
Yeah, and I'll say it again, I know we're almost there. I've really enjoyed the craft-alongs with you recently because, you know, I feel like you've really sort of stripped these back a little bit. They look brilliant, but you've made them sort of very achievable for everybody, because I think it's great when we do craft-alongs which are all singing and all dancing and, you know, really extravagant. But I also think craft-alongs like this, they look great, but I think you've made it achievable for everybody. And yeah, a lot of fundamentals, you know, I think you've taught in this as well. And I guess that was your point, really, wasn't it, to strip it back a bit?
It is my point. You know, it is my point. But on the other hand, I cannot achieve the incredible projects that both Debbies do. So I'm not even going to attempt to.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's not that I'm not going to say it's not my comfort zone. Of course, I can absolutely do them, but I can't get to their level, their wow level.
Yeah.
So I just do what I do best, and I feel that is clean, crisp, simple. And yeah, I'm going to use the word achievable. That is not saying that the two Debbies aren't, because they absolutely are. The way that they explain them and step you through, of course they are. But yeah, me personally, I always just rein it in. And then, and I enjoy. It's me being me.
Yeah, exactly right.
This is my style. All of our styles we bring to CTV. So why should I change my style when so many of you love it? So let's just carry on with my style when it comes to a craft along.
Yeah, absolutely right. I think, like you say, you know, the Debbies, when they do theirs, very achievable projects. But I think potentially as a beginner, you might look at the finished sample and go, oh my goodness me. But I think particularly with, you know, the cards that you do, because they are perhaps a bit more clean and stripped back, maybe people look and go, oh, okay, I reckon I can achieve that. And then you watch the shows and then you see that you can. Something for everybody on these shows. That's what we bring to you. Something for every ability, and hopefully, as far as the deals are concerned, something for every pocket as well, because we do like to make sure that you can pick up the deals. And just bearing that in mind as well, you know, if you do just want to go for smaller deals here, if you do want to break down the bundles, of course you can do that as well. Maybe you just want to pick up the Christmas tree set that Craig's got here, because you just want to try out the Touch of Sparkle, then go to Shop the Show and you can buy the individual bundles as well. That might be a great way to sort of step into it, because you've got the project then, haven't you, to take away with you as well.
Exactly, yeah. Nice hand in hand together, isn't it? Works well together. Right, all we're doing is, let's take these little bits here.
Wow, I can't wait to see your finished project, and I can't wait to show you Rebecca's as well. Got it here, I'll show you in a minute. It's brilliant.
Yeah, cannot wait to see it. We're just finishing, we just need to stick these ones on. I know I kind of mentioned it yesterday, but if you're seeing me with the circle foam pads, you're like, oh, where's Craig got them? They're in our small foam pad bundle.
Yeah.
So let's pop the tree into there. You could put a star at the top if you want, and of course the circles. Don't waste the waste, because that's still a foam pad.
Ah, yes.
So let's pop that there. The sentiment is adding and acting as though it is the tree base. And then there we go. You've got your good tidings to you and yours, using the Christmas tree, the Touch of Sparkle, and then even bringing in a pad that you wouldn't necessarily think is Christmas.
That is brilliant, isn't it? I absolutely love that. If you have done this project, like we said, feel free to tag us in any of your social posts on the I'm a Crafter's Companion page. Probably the best thing to do. Certainly tag Craig at Craig Laird CC. You can tag me as well, Ben Moseby CC, because we love to see your makes. And you can always send them in, like Rebecca has done. Look at that, Craig. How cool is that one?
Oh my word.
Love it.
How sensational is that, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Absolutely sensational. And see how as well is it the opal or the opulence?
Opal,
12 by
yeah.
12? How well that works with the gold as well. Absolutely love that.
Again, taking your idea and just sort of slightly changed it up a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. It's always good to see.
Absolutely. That's so good, Rebecca. Thank you so much for sending that one in. We absolutely appreciate that. And don't forget, if you want to be able to pick up this set, the Showstopper deal is on your screen right now. So it's everything as far as the stamps and dies and templates and the sparkle and the tool and the glue. Everything that you need is all there in that one bundle for you at that price of $110.40 or $136. So that is, of course, your free shipping as well if you are a platinum member. Massive thank you to Craig. What a brilliant show. We are off for a short break. We are in between times going to be recording content for you because we've got more craft alongs coming up. Don't forget this weekend, every Saturday and Sunday at 5 o'clock UK time, so midday Eastern, 9 AM Pacific, we bring you fresh content. So 2 craft alongs again this coming weekend. We're going to go and record one with the shimmer sprays in just a little while, and then we're back live at 5 with Cartload tonight. Craig's favourite show, going to be recapping on some of the big deals from Cyber Monday. If you missed out on those Lucky Dip bags, they are back. We've also got loads of Fiverr deals as well for you on that show. Everything should be live on the website for you right now. So if you do want to pick up those deals before we get to them, then make sure you head on over. Should be a good show, right?
It should be, yes. If you think you've already seen the deals from Cyber Monday, you probably have. However, there may be a few extra that you've not seen, or if you just want the bants between us, come back and watch.
Oh, there's always the bants, isn't there? Always the bants. Bants and bags tonight. That's what you're going to get. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. We'll catch you back here in a few hours. Until then,
toodles.